So we continue with our Kitzur class. Today's class number 26. And we start with Sefer Chofetz Chaim, Lashon Hara, laws of harmful speech. And 1 second, is it same topic? And today's topic is when the subject approves. Okay, could you please read?
Yes. Unlike statements that are derogatory, a non-derogatory but potentially harmful statement can be made about a person if it is clear that he does not object. If someone regularly talks about his inability to remember even his own phone number, it will not be forbidden for others to repeat the statement, but that neither the speaker nor the listeners think any less of the person on account of his poor memory. Certainly, if a person explicitly grants permission for others to disclose potentially harmful information about themselves, they are permitted to do so, provided that the information is not derogatory.
Okay, so if somebody does not remember the phone number, maybe it's not derogatory, but that somebody has a poor memory, maybe he's not going to get a job. Mm-hmm. Even in a CVS, right? So they say, okay, he's not going to remember where this Tylenol goes. So also not good. All right? But basically, if he approves, there is no problem. But better not to talk negatively. That's okay. So continue with Kitzur. So we continue with the Siman 10, which is laws of Tefillin. And we're in the C of number 14. Okay. So it says one should take care that the black side of Tefillin strap should face outward. That's it's very important. So today some people make like a double side, the double side in black. Okay, just in case. So which is it's not necessary. It's like a little improvement, I guess. Okay, so. Commentary. When putting on shel yad, one should look at the strap. When putting shel yad, meaning on the hand, one should look at the strap, and when putting on a shel rosh, one should feel with the fingers around the head to assert that there is no twisted. They are not twisted around. And the blackened side is not facing to the skin or the scalp. It should not be wrong. So basically, I'm not sure. Maybe in the olden days they had a little bigger hole in this shell rosh, so it could twist around. But today, I mean, the way I see it, it would be very it's very hard to twist it around. The way I see it today. But I mean, of course, it's possible, but. He would feel the way I understand. He would feel right away, unless he has this very long hair and he does not feel at all. Okay, that's the problem. This precaution is necessary only for the parts of the strap that are essential for the mitzvah. The straps around the head and the first strand fastening shel yad to the arm. Okay, so that's it. Only this that it goes around the head. And the first, when you do the first thing on your arm, okay. Although the rest of the straps, the revelations around the arm and the finger, and the strap hanging down from the nut, right, of the shel rosh, so all these two straps, right, are not included in the halacha. It is preferable that to have black side of the straps facing outwards, as it enhances the beauty of the mitzvah. So basically, okay, so it's also some Mishnah Brura. Okay, so basically it's proper that the black side would be outside. Okay. Okay, interesting. All right, so continue. So I think from my experience, the only problem that I saw that this one from shel rosh, they twist sometime. But if you check from time to time, so if you don't move too much, so they're not going to twist. So that's the only issue that I saw. Okay, continue. In case it happens that the strap around the person's head or arm twisted around, so that the white side is facing outwards, it is proper to fasten or redeem the fast with charity. So that's, many people know that about white, but not all of them know that it's only to it's only referring to the part that goes around the head and this like small part around the arm. It's not this part. So these parts, hanging from the head. It's preferable to have them on a black, but if not, you don't have to fast and you don't have to give charity. Okay. Likewise, if one tefillin fell on the floor, and when they're out of their protective cases, that is their boxes, one should also fast. So, but if they're in the boxes, it's like they're covered. Right? However, if they fell while they're in their protective cases, right here, he does not have to fast, but should give something to charity. That happened to me, like, I don't know, a few times in my life. Two times, basically. 2 times it happened. It fell into, I don't know what happened, like, but it was in a box and it was closed. It did not open.
Wait, I have a question. What if, like, the protective covering on the arm tefillin? What if only that part falls? Do you pay anything? Do you give?
No.
No, got it.
It's like a box. There is no problem. This box. So okay, well, let's say okay. So let's qualify it. On one hand, it is a box, but on another hand, you cannot throw it to the garbage.
Mm-hmm.
So this you have to bury like you bury like a text.
Yeah.
It was close to the mitzvah. Yeah.
But if the straps, like I understand it's film, but the straps, if they like, let's say, touch the ground, what about them? Do you still?
No, there is no problem.
Got it.
They're not fail. It's happened like some people. I don't know. They think the longer the better. They get in the very long straps, and when they sit down and they bend a little to like forward, so the straps touching the ground. You're right, 100%. So me personally, I always worry. So I put them on my knees just to make sure that they're not going to touch it. I don't have that long, but just in case, I always worry. You're a good question. Okay, continue. So CF number 15. The blessing that one recites on tefillin remains in effect until the fulfillment of mitzvah is interrupted. One application of this halacha is discussed in this CF. Okay, so let's see. If a person removes his tefillin because he needs to go to the bathroom, when he puts them back on again, he must recite blessing on the tefillin again. Okay, so let's read commentary and we're going to explain. So basically, it's often happen like during the shacharis when it's too long and stuff like that. So a person needs to go to the bathroom. So he needs to say blessing, but only, I would say, only if he is allowed to say blessing. If he's not allowed to talk, so he's not allowed to say blessing. He just put tefillin and say blessing later on. Okay, commentary. Chaye Adam 13:6. Okay, since it is forbidden to wear tefillin in the bathroom, taking the tefillin off before relieving oneself considered the interruption or fulfillment of the mitzvah. Okay, so just to remind ourselves, so what we say about talis. About talis, we said it is technically an article of clothing, and you're allowed to wear it in the bathroom, but we don't, because we explained there that because it's this one hand article of clothing, but you were only doing it for a mitzvah of praying, so it's like highest status. So that's why we take it off. But since we're not obligated and we have in mind to put it on back on, so we don't say blessing on the talis.
Wait, okay. So 2 parts. So first, every time we put on the tefillin, we have to say a bracha, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so my question is, let's say there was a person who took off the tefillin and put it back on, like every minute. Does it start counting as saying HaShem's name in vain? Because let's say he was just, started not for any.
Well, okay, yeah, but let's look at the root of the question. Why would he do that?
I don't know, but would it count as, that's an Avera in itself, probably. But
exactly. I think that's the root of the issue is there. I mean, he's putting himself in that situation, so he's obligated to say blessing.
So
that's the issue. So I would say it's unnecessary blessing. There's two different blessings. One is in vain. One is unnecessary blessing. I give you one example. So the guy decided to eat apple and a pear, right? So it's the same blessing, right? Fruit of the tree. So he ate apple or half of the apple and decided I don't want to eat it longer, and he made the bracha on the apple and they started eating pear. So it is unnecessary bracha. You understand? This bracha on the apple covered the pear. Why? What are you doing this? So for sure, it's not proper.
Does unnecessary, is the Avera for unnecessary like as great or less?
No, it's less. It's less, but it's still not good. So I mean, since it is Avera, and we said many times what is the punishment for Avera? Inaza Avera. So even smaller one is going to bring bigger one.
Yeah.
So that's the rationale. So don't do even the smaller one. Okay. So when he takes out tefillin, so he said blessed. But if you saw in the shul or somewhere that people put two tefillins, so one is Rashi or our regular, and one is Rabbeinu Tam. So on the second pair they do not say blessings. Not because they cover, because there is doubt whether or not they have to put it. So it's different reason why they don't say. Okay. Different reason. Okay. Continue. Now the same halach applies when one moves the tefillin because he must pass gas, since it is forbidden to do so while wearing the tefillin. Okay. So when it's very interesting. So if a person needs to pass gas, so it's very offensive to tefillin, especially like in this situation. So they say to move it from the place, cover it, and then cover this and do whatever you need to do. If you cannot hold, better to hold, basically. Okay, so he cannot hold. So and then is going to put this tefillin back, so he has new blessing. He says new blessing. That's what they say. Okay. But as we said, it's proper to go like before you start praying. Go and check yourself. Maybe you need to go to the bathroom. I mean, don't put yourself in this situation. Continue. If he's in the middle of reciting blessing of Kriyas Shema, there is anywhere from the beginning of the Yotzer Or, I mean, it's the very beginning, and on, he should not interrupt reciting blessing on Tefillin upon donning them again. So as we said, I mean, he want to go in the bathroom, so it's proper not to pray. The most probably not to pray Shmona Esrei when you wanted to go to the bathroom. Of course, Shema is also important, but okay, Shmona Esrei is a little higher level.
But
so, yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say, but if you're, let's say you come back and then there's no longer a minyan, is it better to pray the Shemona Esrei, or not?
No. They call the Shmona Esrei when you want to go to the bathroom as abomination.
Good.
So it's not. It's better not to do abominations. So they say if it's in the middle, so you pray in the middle of the Shmona Esrei. So when you start the Shmona Esrei, you really want to go to the bathroom. Fine, or maybe a little, but this little you can hold for another 2 hours, right? So and now you feel a sudden urge to go to the bathroom. So they say it's proper to finish Shmona Esrei. In this case, it's proper to finish and not to go. And unless it's the person must go, only then he stops Shmona Esrei or takes tefillin off and goes. But we're talking about in the morning, right? So he takes tefillin on and goes to the bathroom and then continues Shmona Esrei. Okay. So continue. Rather, he should put them on back, on without reciting blessings. Meaning, if he left in the middle of Shema, then he's not allowed to interrupt, right? Without blessing. And after Shmona Esrei prayer, he should handle them, that is, move them in proper position, and recite blessing upon them. So that's okay. We're going to read this. So that's a basic procedure. So even like, for example, you need to pray very early in the morning, when it's not time yet to put tefillin, so but you want to put tefillin anyway, so you're allowed to put without saying blessing, like after dawn, right? But before the proper time to put tefillin. So you put, but you don't say blessing. And when the time comes and let's say you're allowed to say, so you just move it a little from out of the place. So now it's like when it's not in the place, as we learned last time, when not in proper place, it's like not there at all. You understand? So you move it, put it back in the place. This, like what I do, I just lift a little, so it's not on my head, and I put my hand, and you can say blessing, basically. That's what it is. So you put it aside, you say the blessing, and then you put it back. That's the procedure side. Okay. Okay, so commentary. Sichova Mishnah Brura 66:15, which states that one may recite blessing between section, blessing Kriya Shema. Okay, so it's after the first paragraph and second paragraph, we can say, we can answer Amen. For example, if you need to answer Amen, so or some other things you can answer between the paragraphs. Okay. 85. Okay, continue. So actually, we finish this year of next year 16. So I lay a little smaller, like one small topics. Okay, so continue. The entire time that tefillin are on a person, he must not divert his mind from them at all. Okay, that's clear. The commentators say one should not engage in idle talk while wearing tefillin. For this get breed person to divert his mind from tefillin. Mishnah Brura, see below CF 23 for another application of this halacha. Okay, so it's not proper. So some people learn with tefillin, so they finish praying and they want to learn with tefillin. Okay, that's what it's proper thing to do. But idle chatter like ask how are you, what are your plans for a weekend? So we don't do. Okay. Except in the time when praying Shmona Esrei, or when he's learning Torah. Okay, so one more time the whole sentence. Sorry, the entire time that tefillin are on a person, he must not divert his mind from them at all, except in the time when he's praying Shmona Esrei. So when he prays Shmona Esrei, all your attention should be to Shmona Esrei, right? The intention, right? So you're allowed to forget about tefillin for these few minutes, or when he's learning Torah, meaning you are deeply engrossed in Torah learning. You're not paying attention to tefillin. And there is only exception. It is forbidden to eat meal while wearing tefillin. I don't know anybody who would do that, but probably people might think that they are very holy, right? But it is permitted to partake of a snack while wearing tefillin, while wearing them. Commentary. Eating up a volume of a neck is considered a snack. With regard to this halacha, Mishnah Brura. So basically, egg is it's a kibbutz. It's 2 ounces. So if it's less than 2 ounces, they say it's like a snack. Okay, I'm wearing them. So some people drink coffee, but maybe I would say like if they finish praying and he wants to have his coffee and he wants to go pray, and not pray, study. Okay, so in this case would be allowed. Or he wants to have a small cookie or whatever, right? So but the main intention is to go on, so it would be allowed. With regard to sleeping, it is forbidden to take even short nap while wearing them. That's very strict.
Oh no, like
okay.
that.
Okay, so all right, so make sure you not sleep with tefillin on. Okay. So commentary: sleeping while wearing tefillin is prohibited lest one inadvertently pass gas while sleeping. Mishnah Brura 41:1. So that's very big. Gas and tefillin, it's like very big offense. According to some authorities, it is permitted to doze briefly by placing one hand between his knees. Okay. See, maybe it's not very convenient, so the person is not able to sleep very long like this. That's what I think. Up to amount the time that it takes to walk 100 amos. This is approximately 167 of an hour, less than a minute. Mishnah Berurah 44.4. So if he's he needs this less than a minute to rest, so that's what he should know. But basically, I mean, why are they saying this? Because especially in the olden days, not in the days of Kitzur, but even before the days of, maybe in the days of Kitzur, also some people they would wear tefillin all day, but they started in in a kollel and stuff like that. I mean, nobody's stopping them. They can wear tefillin the whole day, but very careful, be very careful with gas, right, and not sleeping. Okay, and not eating like full meal. Okay. So we're done with that. So next, Sif number 17. A person is obligated to touch his tefillin every time that he remembers them. For a result of this habit, he will not come to totally divert his attention from them. Right? And I know, me personally, I saw this person. I don't know him personally, but I saw that person that would touch his tefillin like every minute. Like I was like, what's going on? Well, but apparently he was following this halacha very closely. So commentary. Furthermore, by touching them, often one will make sure that they have not moved out in its proper place, on a head, on an arm. So basically, I mean, if you don't jump around, so they should be in place. I mean, unless you do some movements. I mean, if you just read the Siddur, they should be in a place, but you never know. Okay, so it's better, as I say, check as many times as possible. Okay, he should first touch the shel yad on the hand, and then afterwards shel rosh. Commentary. The shel yad is touched first because it is closer to the hand. It is touching. Very interesting, right? So it's like you do not pass the mitzvah. So I mean, the hand is closer to this tefillin than to this tefillin. Interesting. To touch the shel rosh first would have passed by the shel yad, and we may not pass over the object of the mitzvah to do another. Says Mishnah Berurah 28.3. Okay. So 190. Okay, continue. It is a fine custom to touch each tefillin at the point of recitation Shema that mention command of tefillin. That's what it says. I mean, it's fine custom, but that's what it says in our Sidurim, right? When it says that find it on the arm and put it between your eyes. I mean, so but he said it's nice custom of HaShem. There is upon saying the verse bind them as a sign. Here we go. Upon your arm, he should touch the shel yad and then kiss his hand. Then upon saying let them be tefillin between your eyes, he should touch the shel rosh and kiss your hand. That's exactly what we do. Okay. So number 18. With regard to the matters of holiness, we only ascend, and we do not descend.
Mm.
I'm sure that you heard about it. So you only can go higher, but you cannot go lower. So it's for example, the best example would be in tzedakah. So if you, for example, if you decided that if you say I'm going, decided, you didn't say out loud. That's a different issue. So if you say I want to give to the shul, and then you to the synagogue, and then you decided that you want to give to yeshiva, so you can give to yeshiva. So you don't need nullification of vow. You don't need anything. You just give. It's like upgrade. But if you decided to give it to yeshiva, so now you cannot give it to synagogue.
Got it.
All right. Okay. So continue. This means in the context that an object used for a mitzvah on one level of holiness cannot be used for a mitzvah on a lower level, but it can be used on a mitzvah on a higher level. So we can go up, never go down. The application of this rule is tefillin is described. I would say this bias, not bias now, but these straps, I guess. Described. Shel rosh, the shel rosh has a higher level of the holiness than shel yad. So we said, right? We talked about it. Shel rosh has a higher level That's why we said we don't cover, and there's a shin there, and it spells the name, one of the names of HaShem, right, with higher level of holiness than Shel Yad. Okay, Shel Yad. Since it had 4 compartments in which 4 scriptural passages are contained, in a contrast to the Shel Yad, which has all 4 parshas are written on one parchment. So here we have, like as we said, text is the same, but 4 parshas, like in 4 separate compartments. Here is one compartment. 91 commentary. Okay, see introduction to the Siman. Okay, we discussed it. And also because it is shin, exactly, on the name of HaShem embossed upon it. Therefore, a tefillin strap that had been used for Shel Rosh may not be made as a part of Shel Yad, since that would descend to the level of holiness of the strap. However, you understand. So let's say this the strap is not good, and I have from my old pair of tefillin I have extra strap, so I cannot take the strap and use it for my Shel Yad. So that's the thing. Okay. However, the strap from Shel Yad may be made a part of Shel Rosh, since this would be elevating the level of holiness. But opposite is true. From Shel Yad you can put to Shel Rosh. There is no problem. Upgrade. Okay. This rule applies with regard to the proximity of the strap to a knot as well. It's very interesting, right? So strap to the knot. So the whole the part that was made into the knot, as we understand, it has more holiness than other parts. Right? So one more. Okay, so as the same applies to a strap of a Shel Yad, the hand that had been severed right at the severed high on a Shel Yad close to the knot. Okay. And upon reattaching the strap, he wants to turn it around to know just what he wants to turn it around to now make the knot with the far side of the strap, so that the side that the severed will be the end of the strap. So you understand what's going on. So here he has like some rib, right, on this side. So now he wants to turn it around, and like the one that was making around the twist around this hand, he wants to, since it's a better quality, I mean it preserves better, so he wants to go to the knot, right? And this one, whereas than one knot, more like it's of course it's wears more, so he wants to put it on this side. So they say absolutely not. Okay, so one more time the sentence, to make the knot with the far side of the strap, meaning the opposite side, as we just explained, so that the side that the severed will be at the end of the strap, not allowed. This is prohibited for the reason explained above. Rather, he must make a knot with the same side on which it had been severed. See Sharet Teshuvah 42:1. So basically, so if he has this issue, he just cut piece of strap, make a new knot, and there is no problem.
Mm-hmm.
But he cannot turn it all the way around. Okay. Likewise, with regard to the strap of the Shel Rosh, it is forbidden to switch the strap that was inside of the knot. Right, inside of the knot, there is the part of the strap that circles the head, and uses the part of the strap that hangs down outside of the knot. So 1 second. So commentary. Here's a commentary. Another application of the rule, this that you can only go up in holiness, is that one may not take protective case of the Shel Rosh and use it for Shel Yad. So these protective cases are all the different design, but one of the reasons why be different designs, so you should not switch them. Okay, so basically what it says here. So this piece of the strap that goes around the head has a higher holiness than the strap that hangs from the knot, or even the knot itself, I guess. Okay. So basically, when you just bought it tefillin and you didn't wear it and you want to adjust it, that's the proper time to adjust it. But once a person starts wearing and he wants to adjust sometime later, it could be an issue. So let me read it one more time, and so just to make sure that we understood correctly. Likewise, with regard to the strap on shel rosh, it is forbidden to switch the strap that was inside of the knot. There is the part of the strap that circles the head, and uses the part of the strap that hangs outside of the knot. So basically, he made the smaller. He made this part of the strap smaller. So that's the problem. And so the proper way, one more time, so to do it before you actually said blessing, before you actually did all of the things. Okay. Okay. So this rule about the holiness. Items that serve object of holiness may not be used for mundane purposes. Thus, a pouch that was designated to hold tefillin, and then did hold tefillin at least once, it is therefore forbidden to use that pouch for mundane purposes. That's very strict. So this pouch, this velvet pouch, you cannot use for any other things. 93 commentary. It may also not be used to hold anything that has lower level holiness than tefillin. That's very important, right? Such as mezuzah. It is therefore preferable not to put a siddur onto tefillin bag. Okay. It is permitted to use the talis bag to hold other things. However, since the talis is not considered the object of holiness, and its bag therefore does not have the halachic status of tashmei kedusha. So basically, so if you see that people do place things, right? But they place things even outside of the talis bag. So I mean, the ones that use talis bag and they have like plastic, right? The plastic to preserve the bag. So they put between the talis bag and plastic. So that would be okay, but according to all of the opinions. Okay. So continue. So number 19. At very minimum, tefillin must be worn during the recitation of Shema and Shmona Esrei. Okay. So basically, like somebody that doesn't feel good, or he afraid that he has like stomach issues, that he might pass gas. So at least do for Shmona Esrei if he can. If he cannot, don't do it. Basically. One who feels that he will not be able to keep a clean body for longer than this time should remove tefillin immediately following the Shmona Esrei. So as soon as he finish, just remove tefillin. Otherwise, the tefillin are removed at the end of the Shacharis prayer as delineated in this year. So
sorry, I was going to for the Shema, we close our eyes to show that we're fully concentrating, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so my question is, because for the Mitzvah of Tefillin, we're already supposed to be fully concentrating, so can we be allowed to not have to close our eyes?
Not allowed to close our eyes because
during the
because of tefillin.
Yes, because the tefillin were already supposed to be concentrated.
I would say in this case, so okay, just step back. Okay, so we said that Mitzvah of Tefillin, it says bind. So as soon as you bind, that's it. You did the Mitzvah of Tefillin. So basically, we now all of these things that we now say, it is halacha, but technically, that 1 second was enough.
Got it.
It says proper to pray Shema and Shemona Esra. Of course, we don't deny it. But if he, for example, we said he cannot have clean body for whatever reason. I mean, he needs to go to the bathroom, like diarrhea, right? The 10 times, right? So he does not put tefillin. As simple as it is.
Yeah.
But we didn't get Beezrat HaShem. We're going to cover the Shema in all the details.
Okay.
That's ahead of us. All right. So as we said, so proper to take off tefillin only after the end of the prayer. Shacharis. Okay. One should not remove his tefillin until after Kiddusha of Uvalitzion. 96. The response is Kadosh, 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 and Baruch Kevod. I don't have my Siddur now, but basically it's in our Siddur, in the Arsenal Siddur on page 150. So it starts Asher Yosh. It's Psalm David 145. That's where it starts, and then while it's on, and Redeemer is going to come to Sons of Yaakov. That's that part, and then it says Kadosh, 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 and everybody replies. So they said the minimum requirement, the way I understand from this. So you he prays Shema, he prays Shemona Esrei. Let's say today we read Torah, so they read Torah, and after this we start Asher Yoshvei, this Psalm 145, and after that you say Uvalitzion, so meaning the Redeemer going to come to the sons of Yaakov, and only after that, like after this paragraph, after this page, I guess, so he can take off the tefillin. Okay. When he says. When he has Yiratzon, Shenishmor Chukecha, maybe you will that will observe your decrees. Just one the whole sentence. Sorry. When one should not remove his tefillin until after Kiddush Uvalitzion, when he says Yiratzon. So Yiratzon, it's like later on. Yiratzon, it's later paragraph. Okay. Maybe you will. We observe you decrease. So it's later paragraph. Okay. So commentaries say there Ilya Rabbah writes on Rosh Chodesh that on Rosh Chodesh one should remove tefillin at this point, as it is reminiscence of the blessing. Blessed are you, HaShem, who commanded up to observe his decrees, which according to his opinion, which halacha does not follow, is recited upon removing tefillin. Okay, so we don't recite any blessing when removing tefillin. Maybe there is some people do, but I personally don't. So on today was Rosh Chodesh, right? So when we finish this part, so we finish Shemona Esrei, we sing Hallel. We did reading of the Torah. We did this 145 Uvalitzion. The whole section is called Uvalitzion. And after you finish that, you pray mussar, additional prayer for Rosh Chodesh. So the custom is to remove this prayer, this tefillin. We remove tefillin before praying the mussar prayer. So according to this authority, we don't follow him, but he says before we finish, we can even before we finish the whole prayer in some place, so we remove. But okay, so basically we remove after we finish, completely before Kaddish, or no. The guy said no. The husband says Kaddish, right? The last Kaddish. So we remove tefillin, wrap it. Some people don't wrap it, put it down, and read down daven mussar altogether. Okay, that's procedure on Rosh Chodesh. Okay, so continue. Okay, so we have little time. Okay, so let's see. In those places where it is where the custom is that on the day of Sefer Torah is read, the Sefer Torah is not returned to the ark until Kiddusha Uvalitzion, Tefillin are not removed until the Sefer Torah is returned to the ark. So let's explain what it says. So basically, this is Sephardic custom. But some Ashkenaz people they follow this Sfard custom. They say Sfard, but it's not Sfard like Middle East. It's different Sfard. Okay, there is a custom. So basically, they do not return. They finish reading Torah. So Ashkenaz custom, they finish reading Torah. They sing whatever they say, whatever they need to say, and they put it back, right? And they can continue praying. But Sfard custom, they do not put it back right away. They do like extra several pages and then put it back. Okay, so they say so. So in this case, if you follow this custom, not you, but if shul when you pray have this custom, so you're not allowed to remove the tefillin until the Sefer Torah completely in the case in the Aron Kodesh. Otherwise, it's like desecration of the Torah. It's disrespect. So Torah says, put it on your arm, and guess what this guy is doing? He takes it off his arm, right? In front of the Torah. You understand? That's the issue. So if somebody needs to remove, he can go to the ladies section, right? He can go out of the shul. He goes somewhere, but not in front of the Torah. Okay. An allusion to this halacha can be seen in the verse in the Micah 1:13, one of the prophets, right? The king will pass before them with HaShem at their heads. The king will pass before them with HaShem at their head. The king refers to Sefer Torah. Okay, so we have to read the explanation. The king is referred to Sefer Torah. HaShem at their head is referred to Tefillin. Whoa. Upon which is embossed the shin of the name of HaShem. Thus, when the king in double quotes, meaning the Sefer Torah, passes before them, Tefillin should be still on their heads. That's where they're learning from. Wow. This Micah. Okay, commentary. The Arizal would not remove his tefillin until after concluding Aleinu prayer. Right? So, today that's what we do. I'm not sure why it's on the Arizal. I think that's standard custom. Not custom, standard halacha. See Mishnah Brura 25:55. Mishnah Brura writes in 25:56 that when there is a mourner Kaddish recited after Aleinu, it is preferable not to remove the tefillin until after the Kaddish. He writes further that it is not proper to fold and put tefillin away, put away one's talis and tefillin during the recitation of the Kaddish. So when somebody praises HaShem, says this Kaddish, it's very inappropriate to take off tefillin. So unfortunately, people do that. Very unfortunately. During Kaddish, one must listen and concentrate intently, and one should not be involved doing anything else at this time. So it's, I think it's almost everyone is problem. Sometimes I have this issue also, right? So do not listen to the Kaddish that intently. Sometimes I'm under the pressure. They're going to close the shul soon, so the people need to go. So I sometimes pray during whatever I pray, and I'm behind, so I'm trying to catch up because they have to close the shul basically. Okay, that's the problem. Okay, continue. On the day that there is a circumcision performed in a synagogue after Shacharis, the tefillin should not be removed until this after circumcision. So guess what? Today was the circumcision in a place where I went to. But since we did remove tefillin because of Rosh Chodesh, right? Today was Rosh Chodesh, and we did remove for mussar. So nobody put it back in on. Did somebody did? I'm not sure. I didn't look at all of the people, but I did not. Just wait it like this. Okay. Continue. Both the tefillin and the circumcision are referring to that sign as a sign in the relationship between HaShem and Jewish people. Right? It is therefore fitting to have the sign of tefillin upon us and sign of circumcision being performed. Right? So two signs at the same time. Okay, almost done. So 1 second. Circumcision. On Rosh Chodesh, tefillin are removed before mussar prayer. Okay, that's what we explained before. So commentaries say after Kaddish that recite preceded Shmona Esrei. So they say Kaddish. So you answer the Kaddish, you remove tefillin, and then start praying mussar. Continue. The Kitzur discusses when those who wear tefillin or Holomayet should remove them. So Holomayet, we said that it's intermediate days, right? To first 2 days, last 2 days, and intermediate days called Holomayet. On Holomayet, intermediate days of Sukkot festival, okay, everyone removes tefillin before Halal. Okay, so in Sukkot we say Halal, so okay. 101 commentary. Tefillin are removed before Halal, which signifies the special holiness of the day. Mishnah Berurah 25:60. Okay. That meaning that you recite Halal because today is holiday. Those who remove their tefillin during Chazan's repetition Shmona Esrei must take care to listen to Chazan's Hashatz as they're taking them off. Mishnah Berurah. So basically, I mean, it's not proper, but if they do remove tefillin during the repetition of Shmona Esrei, I mean, some people think that it's like free time. He like recess, which is not true. You're not allowed to do all of these things. Okay, but even if he does, okay, he has to still listen to repetition. Okay. On Holomayet of Pesach festival, the congregation removed tefillin before Halal also, and the Chazan removes tefillin after Halal. Okay, so if they wear tefillin, okay, so congregation before Halal and Chazan after Halal. Okay, what is the explanation? I have no idea. On Sukkot, the Chazan has the time to remove tefillin before Halal, as the congregation prepared the esrogim and lulavim for Halal. Okay, so to shake them. On Pesach, when Chazan must begin Halal immediately upon concluding the repetition of Shmona Esrei. Okay, he removes tefillin after Halal. Okay, so basically not to burden the congregation. So now he's going to take, I don't know, maybe 1 minute, 2 minutes, but try to not to overburden the congregation. It was says in Mishnah Berurah 25:60. Mishnah Berurah 25:62 adds that with adding to this halachas that one should never behave differently than the congregation with whom he is praying. So very important, like even if you have different custom, or you have different minchak, or you have different beliefs. So, for example, they would in one place they would celebrate some. What I don't want to say was, since we are recorded, I don't want to like create all of these things. So basically, some people would say halal, and I'm not going to say halal. I would say tachanun. You understand? So it's never other way around, but this in some cases. But I'm not doing it in anybody's face. I mean, I read whatever I read. They read whatever they read. So, all right. So let's stop here. Any questions, comments?
Okay, I have kind of one question. We'll go in Perkei Avos. It says, it's a good path. One, that's good to HaShem and good to the people, right? That's acceptable by yourself and by the people, something like that, right?
Say it again.
Which is the good path? One, accepted by yourself
and people also. Both of them. Yeah, go ahead. Yes, got it.
So my question is, now let's say you live in a community, okay? Now, but let's say in your home you do a method HaShem is fine with, but the community might be not. Is that still okay or no?
I didn't get the question. Okay.
Let's say you're in a community, right?
Yes.
That community, you're doing something that HaShem, a tradition, let's say, that's from another community, right? You grew up in that community, then you switched, but you just kept something, right?
Okay, all right.
Then you still now is that okay or no?
So if it's not in their face and it's not noticeable, there is no problem. So for I give one example. So for example, you pray Nusach Ashkenaz, and you go to Nusach Sfard. So basically, there are minor differences. So I mean, since you're not you're not praying out loud, right? You're saying when the time comes to respond, you respond whatever their custom is. So for example, there is a different the first line of response in Kiddusha. Right, so I mean, the whole prayer you pray your style, your custom. Then you respond whatever needs to be said out loud. You respond the way they respond. That's it. You need to say Kaddish. You say Kaddish their way, not your way.
Got it. So let's say not that type of. So let's say there's a person who lives in a whole Chabad community, okay? But this person, he loves mussar, so at home he does a lot of hard mussar. So is that also okay?
No, but what mussar have to do with anything? I don't understand what he's
saying.
Mussar, no, it's not like it's a Jewish that's a Jewish it's a part of Judaism. It's not like so somebody who said that the mussar is not good, he's against Moshe Rabbeinu. Let's start with that.
I understand.
We just read the biggest mussar. Forget about all this rabbi all combined. The last mussar in the last parasha. Moshe Rabbeinu said HaShem is pro mussar. So if somebody is against mussar, so the problem is them. They're against HaShem, against Moshe. Okay, so they have to explain themselves. It's not a Jewish custom to be against mussar. The biggest rabbi, Moshe Rabbeinu, he was the biggest mussar rabbi. How do we know? Open the Torah. You don't need commentaries. But if you read commentaries, you start like shaking. But even without it, like read the last parasha, Bechukasai.
Got it.
Okay, it's not. But what I'm saying, like custom, for example, the difference in the Psuki de Zimra. So they say one psalm in one place and another in another, like exactly the same psalm, but they switch the order.
Okay, so
that's it. I mean, you just keep quiet. You don't say like out loud, like people wants to be loud. Okay, so there is no problem.
Got it. Okay, that's all.
And the last one about tefillin. So in some shows, there are always a hero that decided that everybody's face to put on tefillin on a chalamayah. So majority custom not to put, but in some places they put. So if there is your custom to put, you can always go to the ladies section behind the mechitza, not to be in anybody's face. That's your custom of your father. Okay, so nobody's stopping. Or find out where is the specific minyan on Cholamed. They announce this minyan, visit tefillin, go and join your custom. There is no problem. But don't be like I'm different, I'm better than you. You understand?
Yeah.
But this mussar, I mean, you shocked me.
Let's do it the other way around. Let's say someone there's a Chabad person who he goes on vacation and the only community in this town is mussar. So what about then?
What about? I mean, they give a lecture, in the mussar. What do you mean? Can you give me like practical question? I mean, I don't understand what you're trying to ask. It's not like they become a part of the praying services mussar. It's not.
Okay, I'll give you a more practical example.
Please.
Let's say someone lives in a community, and this community everyone is, all the parents are nice and gentle to the kids. But there's one family, and they're much more harsh, and scream much more, but they think it'll be for the better. Then what?
What is it? I'm not getting your question.
I'm saying, should they still do it? Because let's say, even if it doesn't come out to the public, should they still do it in that community? Because there's always a chance that it might.
What I mean, if I understood your question correctly, so that father that is more stricter,
Yes.
should he continue his way if he think that it's going to better for his children? That's your question.
Yes, in that community.
Of course. Why is anybody business? First of all of the children are different, and it says in our holy books they have to be strict with children. Otherwise, it says Shlomo HaMelech said, if you did not break your stuff on your son, maybe you didn't hit him, so you're your cruel father. Should be opposite around, right? So if you didn't hit him, no, because he's going to grow up exactly as one of the sons of two of the sons of David HaMelech, which was big tzaddik, and they're going to rebel against you. They're going to like one of them raped his sister. You understand? So they did all the bad things. They killed many people. And why? Because David did not rebuke his children enough, right? So that's the consequences.
Got it. Okay.
So this nicey way is not working. So that their custom, they go into hell. So why should I go with them?
Got it. Right? Understood.
So,
okay.
Thank you very much. Good night till tomorrow, Beezrat HaShem.
Yeah.